President Rodrigo Duterte has remained reticent on a possible severance of diplomatic ties with Reykjavik over its spearheading of a UN resolution seeking an inquiry and probe into alleged extrajudicial killings on the Philippine government's all-out war against narcotics. This even as the nation's top diplomat has indicated of no such thing, to include the rumored withdrawal of the nation's membership in the United Nations Human Rights Council. PTV's Daniel Manalastas with a full story.
The words of the president is, I'm seriously considering cutting ties with Iceland. In other words, he's mulling over it. So let's see how it develops.
This was the exact line said by President Rodrigo Duterte as presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo talked to him last night in light of the issues of possible cutting the Philippines' ties with Iceland. After the United Nations Human Rights Council adopted its resolution seeking an investigation into alleged extrajudicial killings in the Philippines, war against illegal drugs. Panelo said President Duterte is in wonderment why Iceland formulated that resolution in the first place.
We can only speculate, or the two of us can only speculate, that maybe some activist, either from this country or elsewhere, are feeding Iceland with the wrong information. And Iceland naman is so naive to accept everything that it hears or receives.
Meanwhile, Malacanang is not bothered in case the cutting of ties will turn into reality. Panelo believes that Iceland won't deport our OFW kababayans working there, as the Philippines will only cut its diplomatic ties.
There are only about 2,000 Filipinos there, and as far as we know, there are no trade relations between these two countries, except maybe on fish.
The palace clarified that it's still President Duterte who has the final say on this case.
Members of the cabinet's words can never be final. They're all subject to change without prior notice by the chief architect and the chief of staff. The commander-in-chief of the armed force. In other words, he's the president. We're just alter egos.
Daniel Manalastas for The Nation.